This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, June 24th. I'm here. I'm Jeff. I'm here with Sam.
Good start.
You know what I was going to do? I had in my head, and I was going to say it's like hump day and do it like you and kind of screw it up. And I was like, the audience isn't going to get it. And then I screwed up my name.
You did screw up your name. Yeah, there was a period where I would be like, happy hump day. But like I wouldn't enunciate. And
I almost said that.
Yeah.
And then the audience would be like, what's wrong with Jeff?
It's a little too inside there, Jeff.
A little bit too much inside. Yep. Speaking of inside, let's bring Brandon with us inside this crazy conversation. Brandon, looking good, buddy.
Thank you, sir. But Jeff, if you're gonna pay homage to Tori and do Hump Day, you got to be like, we're on the other side of Hump Day, or the other side of Hump Day.
What does Tori do?
Yeah, what do you mean Tori? It's me, Sam.
Tori always does that with Al when I'm on. She says, "Oh, we're on Hump Day. We're almost through the week."
Well, Tori was copying Jeff and I. We love you, Tori. We love you.
I like the new background, by the way, Brandon. It looks good, man.
Oh, this old thing, I just put it together.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I would be wearing that if I played in the NFL.
Waiting for the social distancing to open up so he can bring a chica over, and then all of a sudden, yeah, that's my jersey up there.
Wow, we're getting really inside, and we haven't even started the show yet.
All right.
Let's get to it, guys. We got some good stories. Looks like Bill Cosby will get another day in court. A Pennsylvania court ruled that the actor will be allowed to appeal his conviction. The 82-year-old is currently serving a 3 to 10-year sentence for drugging and sexually assaulting a woman at his home back in 2004. Now, a lot of people are talking about what his wife Camille Cosby recently said about his conviction, calling it racially motivated. She told ABC News, quote, "The Me Too movement and movements like them have intentional ignorance pertaining to the history, in particular of white women who have from the very beginning accused black males of sexual assault without any proof whatsoever." So this is, I mean, I wish we had more time on this topic. I want to talk about it more. The way I see it, Brandon, and please put me in my place if I'm wrong, I see a woman trying to get her husband out of jail. That's the way I see this. Am I missing something? Am I stepping out of line?
I'm 50-50 on it, Jeff, because there are black women who have come forward and said that they were sexually assaulted by Bill Cosby. I'm looking at it in the sense of there was a mob that came after Bill Cosby and a lot of other people that came with the Me Too movement. I think where she's going with this is she's playing to a base of people who actually believe that Bill Cosby is innocent, and the sense that the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania is hearing this case, because there is a testimony that he had in a civil court that he was supposed to be granted immunity in that was used to convict him, or one of the things used to convict him. I think she's coming out saying that, hey, there are some injustices with this. But I'm going to toe the line with you on this one, Jeff, and it's just we have to sit back. He's entitled to whatever defense that his team and his wife can come with, but at the same time, we got to toe the line on this one because we don't know what's going to happen.
This is a tough one for me, just really quickly, because I know we have other stories to get to. Listen, I know this is just one account that was able to be brought to court because the 3-4 dozen other cases, the statute of limitations has run out. But there's so much fire on this one.
Right.
So much. Of course, Camille's right, historically speaking, even currently speaking, that black men are disproportionately accused, especially by white women.
100%.
She's right about that.
Yes.
I just don't see Bill Cosby falling into that, considering that many women, including black women, have accused him. Just not all of them were able to see their day in court because of the statute of limitations.
Right, and that's why I said I wish we had more time instead of just giving like a quick little sentence. But I think you broke it down good, Brandon. Thank you, and thanks for mentioning that, because there is the other side of that that I think we have to mention to be fair. All right, guys, Jimmy Kimmel has broken his silence on the blackface controversy from his past. Jimmy has been under fire for days ever since an old clip resurfaced of him portraying former NBA star Karl Malone on The Man Show. Now, yesterday, he released a statement admitting that not not speaking up right away was a mistake, and he apologized to those who were hurt or offended by the portrayal. He went on to say, quote, "I never considered that this might be seen as anything other than an imitation of a fellow human being, one that had no more to do with Carl's skin color than it did his bulging muscles and bald head. Looking back, many of these sketches are embarrassing, and it's frustrating that these thoughtless moments have become a weapon used by some to diminish my criticism of social and other injustices." Now, Jimmy's very outspoken on his show. He is definitely critical of our president. I think he's very left-winged, I would say, as a person. I don't want to categorize him as that. But what do you think about this being brought up now at this moment, Brandon?
Everything's going to be brought up now. People are going to go back and they're going to look at people's history, what you said, what you tweeted, what you wore from a long time ago, especially at a time where, you're, like you said, you're coming out and you're saying things against the president, or you're saying something against a certain side. They're going to weaponize your faults and what you did years later. Jamie Foxx has come out and stuck up for Jimmy Fallon and a lot of other comics who have been caught with wearing the black face in previous skits. And Jamie Foxx has come out and said as well, we're comedians. And he kind of sympathized with on the side of what Jimmy Kimmel said in terms of he was replicating a person. I think this is kind of different. Now, I'm not condoning it at all by no means, but he has become an ally and has helped out and spoke out on things of social injustice to the black community. But I look at it as a case where it's like we had the Prime Minister of Canada caught in blackface. We had my governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, caught in blackface, but they still are sitting in office. So should we cancel a Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon over something in the past? I want to ask you guys.
But I don't know, man. I think we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. See, I mean, all these are just surrounding social situations that are going on currently here in America. And if they keep up, I don't know how this is going to turn out, Brandon. I'm at a loss for words because I don't know the right words to say. I think you said it beautifully.
And I want to. And Sam, I want to ask you, Sam, because just think, remember that movie To Wong Fu? I forget who was it, Wesley Snipes who was in it, and they were dressed in drag. Now, one day, if they were to come forward, and let's say people of the trans community will come out and say, hey, we want them canceled in future projects. Would that be right? You know, it's the same basis, right? So when does the art and the imitation?
That's, hey, Brandon, I think you spoke to it very thoughtfully. And listen, it's hard for me to tell someone whether or not they can be offended or not. I'm not going to tell a certain, somebody from the black community that they can't be offended because I don't know what that's like. I can't tell somebody from the LGBTQ community to not be offended. I will say I like to look at people. Currently, are they advocates of change? Jimmy Kimmel has proven to us that he's been an ally and an advocate of change as of recent. So whether or not he has to do some things to make up for his very thoughtless decisions prior, which I agree were thoughtless, then that's on him. I just don't know about coming for him and his livelihood if they are currently an advocate for change. That's my opinion.
Yeah, again, all these discussions need way more time, and this is only a half-hour show, but I do want to get to this because I think this last story is positive, at least it is for me. Caitlyn Jenner says her gender issues contributed to many of her past successes. In an article in Women's Health, Caitlyn writes about feeling uncomfortable about her assigned gender, and her dyslexia helped her achieve success as an Olympic athlete. She says she channeled her struggles to drive and push her and sees those as a gift. Caitlyn, who was formerly known as Bruce Jenner, won the decathlon at the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal. I love this story because to some people, when people struggle with their adversities and struggle with the world brings down on them, and no matter what it is, you turn that into a positive and use it to drive you to success is one of my main motivations in life. So I love what Caitlyn is saying here. I love that it's very easy to fold up shop and say, you know what? I didn't start at the same place as this person in my life, and I'm just going to fold up shop and quit right now. You run that race and you run it as hard as you can, and that was kind of a metaphor into the decathlon.
Well, we're all athletes.
But yeah,
Brandon too.
I know, Brandon. Are you as passionate about this as I am?
Absolutely, because when I speak to kids, I go into these middle schools, high schools to talk to these kids. I kind of allude to what you say, Jeff. make your struggle into your strength.
Yes.
Because if you look at it, what you struggle with right now, one day you can make a lot of money off by being vulnerable and being transparent on. And two, which the part that's the best, is you can help someone else get through it as well.
Yeah, and I'll just end with every single struggle, and this comes from somebody that, you know, swam in college, and every time that you fell down and I picked myself back up, and I know you and Brandon have done the same, it has made me such a better person, a stronger person. Without my struggles, I would be an entitled, I probably would have no drive. It gives you your drive.
It definitely gives me my drive. And all of my past failures made me who I am today.
Absolutely.
Which you might not think it. I'm more compassionate. I'm more driven. Hey, but write in and tell me you hate me. What are you going to do? Brandon, stick around. Coming up next on DBL, Disney Plus is censoring Hamilton to make it more family friendly, and you have a lot to say about it. We're sharing your comments in DBL Take. Plus, Erica's going one-on-one with actress Lynn Whitfield. She gives us the behind-the-scenes scoop of the final season of Greenleaf. You don't want to miss it.
Closed captioning.
People are excited for the release of Hamilton on Disney Plus, me included, but there will be some noticeable edits, okay? Actor Lin-Manuel Miranda says two of the three curse words from the musical will be replaced with sound effects for a PG-13 rating, but some diehard fans feel it's not the best example of freedom of speech. So DBL Nation, do you agree with Disney censoring Hamilton? It's 3 words, it's a children's network, but what do I know? I'm gonna read your comments, then get to Sam and Brandon's take. Brandon, you're up first. Here's the first comment. Carrie from Facebook says, if I'm being honest, I curse in front of my kids and they're kind of used to it, so I'm sure they'll be able to fill in any blanks.
Exactly. Can I get a little closer and look to those people who are really, who are fake upset about this? If you're mad because you're going to Disney to watch Hamilton and you're mad that they're taking out 2 curse words, you don't like the show to begin with. Yes. You're not there. You're there for curse words. Come on now. Just say it in your head. Say it out loud. Like there's kids watching.
Well said, Brandon.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you 100%. I can't believe this is a
It's
thing.
the haters that are speaking. They don't care about the curse words. They care about
how about watch the show and learn something?
Thank you.
Anyways, so I'm not even supposed to comment. But anyways, Sam, here's the next comment. Dan from Facebook says, why not just release 2 versions, a PG-13 movie and the uncensored version for audiences who want to see the musical in its original form?
I can't. I'm with you, Brandon. I can't. This is 2 curse words. 2. We're not talking about taking away really important dialogue. Hamilton is much bigger than the 2 curse words. There is such a vital message with this musical. So the people, to Brandon's point, that are upset about the 2 curse words, you're not upset about the curse words. You're upset for some reason that Hamilton, because you feel like there's a political agenda, is now on Disney+.
Well said. I can't wait till everything goes back to normal and I could go to New York, go to Battery Park, get those underground movies and be like, hey, yo, man, you got that underground clip of Hamilton? You know, with the 2 curse words?
Not the sound effects? What do you think the sound effects are?
Who cares?
What do you think they are?
A gong? Right?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on, Brandon. Coming up, DBL Greenleaf actress Lynn Whitfield. Don't miss her. She's coming up next. Welcome back to DBL. The final season of OWN's hit series Greenleaf has premiered, and earlier, Erica spoke to Emmy-winning actress Lynn Whitfield about the show's success in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Mama, you invited me to the wedding.
Because your father made me. If I had my way, you would be sitting under a tree in the potter's field with a dunce's cap on in the cold swinging shadow of your favorite Bible hero.
Naomi?
Judas!
Lynn Whitfield, Queen, thank you so much for spending time with us today on Daily Blast Live.
Thank you so much for having me. And Queen, wow, that's a big word.
Now, just for folks to know, Greenleaf is actually the #1 scripted cable show on television. What is the secret to the show's success?
I think that it's successful because we talk about a lot of hard issues: homosexuality in the church, molestation within the family from family members, rocky marriages, so many things that, you know, are recognizable. And I think our writers have done a magnificent job. I'm so pleased about it.
Right, and we as viewers are pleased as well because as you just illustrated, you can kind of find a piece of yourself in some of these characters. And sometimes it's not a great reflection of who you might be. Sometimes it's a very positive reflection, but to see yourself presented on the screen is just a really powerful thing. So it's no surprise that the show has been successful, but now we're coming into the 5th season. It's the final season. What are you going to miss most about working on the show?
Our Greenleaf family, we're a tight-knit group, and I will miss deeply creating those magical moments with Keith David as Bishop Greenleaf. In 5 seasons, we never had an argument, never had a crossword. I mean, really, it's probably the most successful marriage I've ever had, you know, in that I think it's so entertaining and classic. I'm really gonna miss working with Keith David.
Lord, we need you now.
You were with a group of 7 Hollywood icons, including Angela Bassett and Halle Berry, and you spoke to the New York Times about the history of Black women in Hollywood. And I think it's so important during this time, especially with Black Lives Matter. What message do you want to give to women who are coming up, women who you've paved the way for in terms of what the next chapter should look like for Black women in media and Hollywood?
It's very important to have mastery over your craft, which is a continuation. We're always working on being better at what we do. And secondly, now in this time of Black Lives Matter and what will be happening in the industry, I also made a statement in that interview that said, you know, Black women, we are not a monolith. We come in so many shades, so many sizes, so many authentic fingerprints of who we are. There is nobody else. Through that authenticity, we bring the thing that maybe no one has seen in the work that everybody does. And I would just encourage young people coming on to appreciate your authenticity.
Queen Miss Lynn Whitfield, thank you for spending time with us on Daily Blast Live.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget to check out the 5th season of Greenleaf on OWN. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. I'm not a fan of moths.
Oh.
Were you
I
on
thought
your
it was
phone?
just you, Boo. I thought it was just you.
First of all, what just happened
Thought I
before
had
that?
it-
I was looking at this camera and I was. Anyways,
I thought I had it brain.
I hate moths.
Moths. It's not moth. It's moths. You say it like mauve. You're wrong.
All right, so I came up with a solution to get rid of those moths.
Moths.
Listen, just watch this DBL home hack presented by American Home
I hope
Shield.
you didn't hurt them.
All right, guys, so I'm back with another home hack, and if you know me, you know I love summer. As you can see, I just came from the pool. But the one thing that comes with summer that I wasn't expecting living out in the suburbs of Denver is moths. I hate moths.
Get him.
Wait,
No, run.
So I found a safe and easy home hack you could use to deter moths. All you gotta do is spray it all over your door or window, wherever you don't want the moths to go. Let me know if this works. All you need is a little spray bottle, some distilled alcohol. You can actually use vodka, some essential oils, preferably ones that smell like floral, really deter moths. So I have lavender and frankincense, and I don't even know what frankincense is, so we're going with lavender, and just a little distilled water. So all you gotta do is put a ½ ounce of distilled alcohol in there. We're gonna put just a little bit more. So I'm gonna put my lavender in there, and then you just take some distilled water. Let's go outside and spray this. And all you gotta do is spray. Moths are gonna come in. You wanna try it, Papa? Here, spray it on the side. It does smell pretty good. So guys, let me know if that works. This is a good home hack. I'll definitely let you know if mine works. When it comes to your home, American Home Shield warranty helps cover many things homeowners insurance leaves out. Call American Home Shield at 1-800-919-3629 to get a free quote today. That was a great intro and great package.
Can we ask Brandon? Brandon, is it moths or moths?
Oh, you guys are asking me?
Yeah.
Come on now. I think I failed that in 8th grade.
No, just-
M-O-T-H, moth.
There! So just say that you just saw a lot of moths. Let me hear you say it.
I saw a lot of moths.
See, it's moths. It's not moths.
Moths.
It's moths. Say goodbye.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.